let's change the world, let's change the world, let's change the world. Let's just unite, let's just unite, let's stop the rapes and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. Let's change the world, 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 let's change the world. Let's just unite, let's stop the rapes and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. We gotta change the world. Some don't know the effects they have on others when everything that we do affects our younger brothers and sisters. To me, frankly, the current state that we
What's good?
we need to tone down the lust. Avoid
Joe, my bad.
rush. But who in this world can you trust? The answer to that is yourself. Don't take what that man says off the bat. Pick that book up off the shelf. That don't mean not to trust. That means to take what he said, think about it, and then come back and discuss. Let's change the world. 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 Let's just unite, let's stop the rapes and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. Let's change the world, 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 let's change the world. Let's just unite, let's stop the rapes and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. We gotta change the world. Change up the world for the boys and the girls, because if we don't change it up, we gonna make it in this world.
What's good, brother?
About the past, cause if we keep it up like this, then
what's good?
Gotta know just where you're coming from to get where you're going. So get on your search for knowledge, cause there's power in knowing. We need to pick up more books and read them cover to cover. And after you get the information, pass it to your brother.
Hit that like button, y'all.
If you know it ain't fake, you'll be surprised the difference in this world that one man can make. There's good and bad in everybody, but you gotta bounce it out. And if we all found that, we change the world, no doubt. Let's change the world.
Let's get to it.
Let's change the world. Let's change the world.
Let's change the world. Let's change the world. Let's go.
Let's just unite. Let's just unite. Let's stop the rapes and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world.
Let's do it.
Let's change the world. 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 Let's just unite. Let's just unite. Let's stop the rapes and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. We gotta change the world.
What's good, y'all? What's good? What's good? What's good? It's your big homie, Big Bayday, man, and this is the Real Talk, Real Shit podcast, man. I appreciate everybody for tapping in and tuning in, man. Let's get it, man. Let's get it, y'all, man. Let's get it, man. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I hope y'all stick around because I got a great episode for us tonight, man. I got a great episode for us tonight, man. For real, for real. It's called We Can't Work Forever, man. I'm talking about working tonight. Because first and foremost, Big Bayday is a hard-working man. I work so freaking hard, man, in general. You know. I love to work. I work to live. I don't live to work. I love to work and I work to live, right? Without money, you ain't got nothing. Without a job, without funds in this reality, in this current life, without money, it's rough out here. Majority of things in life that you need to live are free. But in this society, all around the world, not just in here in America, all around the world here in this society, the things that are free, that just are free to live, the water, the air, the food, the shelter, all things that are free cost so much money here in America. See, we've been tricked out of a normal life since the beginning. When people were on the country, living in the countryside, and when people had their own land, see, because A lot of people like to talk shit about slavery days, and a lot of people like to talk shit about those black people who lived during the slavery days and stuff like that. Even the white people. A lot of people like to talk shit about the slavery times. But let me tell you something. The people in the slavery times had everything they needed. The people in the slave bondage times, they had everything they needed. They had land. They could grow food on their land. They knew how to till, how to process the food on their land. They knew how to preserve the food on their land. Most people back in those days knew how to mend and sew. Most people back in those days knew how to do everything. All of the skills that were needed for humans to thrive and survive, people were doing it every day back then. You know, there was people who had farms. You had sharecroppers. So say if you on your farm you grew beans, chickens, and corn. And then the next farmer over, he had goats, cows, and whatever he had. You could trade some of your beans, chicken, and corn with the other farmer who had the goats and the cows and things like that. And you could trade your shit amongst him. That's what we called back in the day sharecropping. Bartering, trading, sharecropping. See, before there was it was always money and shit like that. But before humans totally depended on money and things like that, we always had means of trade without money, like the bartering system. We always used the bartering system since the beginning of time as a measure of trade. And then now we're living in a time where the barter system's damn near been erased. What's good? What's good? You don't gotta don't spam. But now we're living in a time where it's been erased. You know, like I said, just about 100 years ago, most people could grow food. Most people could do everything they needed to do to survive. Now we're living in a time where most people have no skills. They traded in most of their life skills and gave up their livelihood, gave up their land, gave up their futures just to have a current situation in a fucking modern setting. And what that did, see, I know a lot of people, this might go over a lot of people's heads, and that's fine. But what y'all did, what our ancestors, y'all's ancestors and our ancestors did by trading in your farm, by trading in your land, by selling your land, selling your this, doing that, giving up on your skills, giving up on the sharecropping, giving up on the cropping, giving up on this, what y'all did was give up your livelihood. And just to be in a convenient situation, just to live like the person who initially suppressed you, just like we initially, just like you initially traded in your livelihood most people traded in their ability to survive to exist around their oppressor. See, one of the biggest things you could do to mind control somebody and trick somebody is keep them from something, right? If you keep somebody from something for so long, see, y'all are at the right place, man. Share this video to your social media right now so more people can come in and join this live. The few people who are on here, share this to your social media right now so a few more people can come on. This message is probably going to be one of the best messages you ever hear in your life. And it is probably one of the most messages that can save and change the rest of your life from here on out if you listen and take heed. Now, like I said, after generations of our people being kept away from something for so long, we yearned so bad just to be accepted. Thank you so much, Big Back. After our people were separated from, you know, like when during the segregation days, during the slavery days, during the pure hatred days, because our black people went through pure hatred. It wasn't even just the segregation, the slave. It was pure hatred that led us to where we're at now. So during those pure hatred days that we went through, thank you for subscribing. During those pure hatred days that we went through as people, we were being kept from thank you, you already know. Appreciate you for tuning in. During the days of us being racially decimated, racially disintegrated, racially biased, the you know, this the racial segregation and the torment we went through. Imagine, imagine being left out of everything. See, this ain't just when you're a child. We had that people went through this. See, you remember when you was a child and you couldn't play football, you couldn't play basketball, so you never got picked for the team. Imagine living a life to where you never even got a chance to even try out for the team. Imagine a life to where you didn't even get a chance to get treated like a normal human. And that's what most melanated people were faced with on this planet for so many hundreds of years. We were kept from society. We were kept from restaurants. We were kept from living in an apartment. We were kept from living in the big house. We were kept from living in the plantation. We were kept from living like a decent quality human being. So as we were watching the master who lived in the big house drinking the iced tea on the front porch with his feet kicked up, as we watched him, as they studied him, they wanted to emulate master. They wanted to duplicate master. See, they were kept from that lifestyle for so long. They traded in their freedom to be like master. And see, now that's what we're living in. This is where we're at now. Most people, and let's just talk about my people, my melanated people. Most of us are born in certain areas of society, and we are financially or some other way. Now, there is no, put it like this, there is no invisible wall that you can't cross. You can go wherever you want, you can do whatever you want, but there is barriers, there is biases that we all have to deal with. So I grew up in a decent family, but I'll say this. I know people who grew up in the hood, right? And for those kids who grew up in the hood, conditions are certain ways in the hood. Opportunities a certain way. There's certain opportunities you get in the hood. So what I'm saying is that is another form of slavery that we've been living under. We've been living in impoverished conditions. We've been living in lesser than conditions. So they want now, our people now, a lot of us, and we're witnessing with P. Diddy, we're witnessing with so many of us, so many of our people have tried to leave our freedoms, leave our lifestyle. And I'm not saying being poor is black. That's not what I'm saying. And I'm not saying it's just black and melanated. A lot of us have went away from our culture because a lot of us are born in poverty and things like that. So we try to go away from that to try to live a better, quote unquote, better life. And what do we consider a better life nowadays? Most people think a better life would be having a big house, having a nice car, new car, things of that nature, right? That's what most of y'all would consider a good life, right? Most people are so what's good, y'all? Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Most people nowadays have came to this situation to where they're like, okay, I'm tired of living in these apartments in the hood. So I want to go to the schools like Master goes. I want to go to the schools like this person goes, like that person goes. I'm going to leave my livelihood. I'm going to leave my lifestyle behind and adopt a new lifestyle to get accepted into a different type of reality, a different type of financial system, a different type of money stream, a higher tax bracket. So essentially that is the same thing as what our people did back in the day, off giving up their farms, giving up their land, giving up their, you know, shanty houses, or you know, whatever house they had on their land. They gave that shit up to have a Model T car areas that master was essentially living in. So we keep as a people low, it's really a low level of selling out. We keep as a people low level selling out and adhering to different things that are not going to get us nowhere. Now let me fast forward what I'm getting to. We working these jobs now, right? Because today, I swear to God, y'all, I love my job too. I ain't got nothing bad to say about my job at all. I love my job. I got one of the best jobs that, you know, that I could potentially like to have, because I'm a cook, a chef. I enjoy my job. Long story short, though, I got my butt whipped at work today. I'm talking about, we were so busy, it didn't make no motherfucking sense. And you know, what's up? No, not right now, because you're gonna make a mess. All right, if you're not gonna make a mess, yeah, but you're supposed to be watching the movie. All right, why aren't you watching the movie? All right. Let me take a sip of my coffee. Hold on, y'all. Let me do a swig of this coffee. What's up, Danny P? What's up, Spirit of Detroit? What's up? And thank y'all for hitting that like button. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. It's one of the best channels on YouTube as far as like real content goes. It's one of the best ones. And I watch everybody. I know what everybody got going on. I'm one of the best channels, man. And I'm not like nothing. You will never hear content like this nowhere else. It's gonna be genuine, and you're not gonna hear this type of perspective nowhere else on YouTube. Nobody's coming like I'm coming. A lot of people are worrying about P. Diddy and dumb shit right now over here. We're not doing all that. I'm talking about our future right now, because I'm gonna tell you something. We can't keep working forever. You cannot work nowhere forever. Right? So what are you doing? What are we doing? How long did your mama work at her job? How long did your daddy work his job? How many jobs did your dad have to work to provide for you? How many jobs did your mama have to work to provide for you? Your mama, you remember your mama working 2-3 jobs at a point in time. You remember your dad working 1-2 jobs. He worked the day job. He worked the night job. Sometimes you didn't see him at all because he was so busy working. You know, you remember this shit, because I remember it. We all grew up like this. I had 2 parents, and both of them were always gone at work. One would be gone in the morning, one would be gone at night. This is how shit works. They work we work our lives away. I'm almost 40. I'm almost 40 years old, right? I've been working since I was 17 years old. No, 16 years old. I've been working since I was 16 years old. I'm almost 40. What do you think I have to show for all the years of work? Oh, I was able to pay my bills. Oh, I was able to sustain. Oh, I was able to just eat dinner every night. Oh, some nights I wasn't able to eat dinner because the bills came before dinner. Some days I had unexpected car issues, and then I had to fix something on the car and this and that, and then I can't get nothing done. Some days I had this pop up, that pop up, and somebody gets sick. I got sick, so I missed 4 days, 5 days at work. So now I ain't got no money to do nothing. Sometimes things pop up like you don't have babysitters, so you have to stay home with your kids when you're a single father. And then you ain't got no money because you ain't been working. See, what y'all have to understand is you can't work forever. There is no ever a time in your life where you're gonna be able to work forever. I don't give a fuck if you was on your job for 20 years. Did you come to work every day? Didn't you have some sick days where you had some unexpected pop up and you had to just go leave and just pop, you know? Didn't you have a unfortunate event when somebody in your family passed away and you had to rush up out of there and go handle that, go, you know, take a week off to grieve? Didn't you have situations where your child had the flu or had the fever and you couldn't leave them because they was so hot, 100-degree, 200-degree, and 102 fevers and crazy shit like that? So you had to miss 1 or 2, 3 days of work. You can't work forever. While we hear what's good, he said, how ironic is it that even when the father is in the house, he ain't around? He's working too much and he's addicted to his work. That's a fucking fact. They lied to us. They tricked y'all. They tricked us. Why do you think everything's on? Let me tell y'all how much you've been tricked and deceived. Why do you think even your housing has to be, you have to make 3 to 4 times the rent in your housing? Why do you think you have to apply for housing and say how much money you make and put this amount and do this and that and get approved? You know why? Because they have to they have to look at all the money you make and see if you make enough money. First off, if you make enough excess to be able to afford it, then they calculate how much money you make and generalize everything, and then allow you to be approved for a house or apartment or a place to live that is just, you make just enough to make it through, and all you can do now is stay in a cycle. See, you can't see, when we had our own land, if you had your own land, you could build something on it. If you had your own land, you could build your own house. If you had your own land, you could build a building, you could build an industry, you could build a infrastructure. But they sold you into a state of convenience. They sold us into a lifestyle of convenience where you don't even own shit when you own it. Because say for somebody who bought their, who's buying their home, right? Say it's a lot, because I know a lot of people, I got family members who got houses and shit, right? Say you bought your own home, right? But you own your home, but unless you bought the land that your home is on, you don't even own your home, the land. You basically just own the box that sits on top of the land. So if push came to shove, the people who own the land could still kick you off your own home. Do y'all understand what I'm trying to tell you? Do you understand what, when you rent your spot, when you rent, because I'm renting the house, I've been renting this house for fucking 6 years. I could have paid for a house by now. I could have bought a home by now. When you're renting your house, you're only stuck in a cycle of pay and stay, pay and stay, pay and stay. Because as soon as you fall off on hard times, because like I said, you can't work forever. So if anything happens to you, you get accident, anything could happen. You could go to jail, anything could happen. And then guess what? You come home and you ain't got no home because it was a rental. And these people are, whoa. Oh, that's that cat up. Hey man, you better don't be scaring me like that. Hey, did Kitty jump out the window? Hey, Sky. Did Kitty jump out there? Look, there's Kitty on there, on this tent.
No.
Who is that?
Shadow.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So when you fall out the cycle, you couldn't make it to work, whatever happens, you go to jail, anything happens. You go in car accident, anything happens. Anything happens, your car breaks down, you can't make it, anything. When anything happens to you and you fall out the cycle, now you don't have a house.
Daddy.
What's up?
Me and Cuz making a trap.
Trap. I know you said that. I know. when you fall out the cycle, now you're out of here. Now let me talk to y'all about how really the really important aspect of this that nobody's thinking about. See, when you're young, when you're in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, you think and you can keep starting over. See, this is why people like Big Betty are so important. Because you need a life coach like me to tell you, hey, you wasted all your life. And you better tell your kids not to waste their life. You better teach their kids and teach their kids and teach their kids not to waste their life. See, just because you wasted your life going to college and all that dumb shit don't mean you got to make your kids waste their lives. Because I'm not saying college is dumb. But I know hundreds of people who went to college who are poor and struggling. And see, you could be in low poor and struggling, or you can be in a high debt, a high ratio of poverty. So you got rich people who have high bills. They're rich. They make a lot of money. They're bringing in a lot of money, but they have high bills. So as much as they're making in a lot of money, they're bringing in a lot of money, just as much, if not more, is going out because they're in a higher tax bracket. See, your apartment might be $1,000, $1,200, whatever, and that's low end, but that's still high. But then you got people who have $4,000 or $5,000 a month rent. That's just their rent. They got to pay insurance. They got to pay lights. They got to pay utility, water, this, that. So they roughly need about $5,500, $6,000 a month to pay their bills. So it's not that they're poor poverty, they're rich poverty. So this is why this is what y'all don't even understand. Rich people are poor as fuck right now. A lot of medium class, middle class people and well-to-do people are poor right now because they're making in and spending out exactly about the same amount. So it's not adding up. This is why a lot of poor people make life look like it's good and cool and shit like that, because a lot of poor people don't have a high debt ratio, so they're able to buy the stupid chains and buy the bull crap clothes and to go to the concerts and waste the money because they don't have as much debt as a high debt earner, a high earner. Somebody who's a high earner, he's gonna go out, he's gonna say, okay, I make about 70 to 80 grand to 100 grand a year, right? The nigga who's making about 70 to 100 grand a year, he's gonna go out and say, okay, I make a little bit of money, I'm gonna buy me a nice apartment. He's gonna say, I don't want to live around the regular people. So this, I'm showing y'all the psychological way they trick you out of your freedom. I'm showing y'all how rich people and poor people, we all getting tricked out of our freedom to in a psychological sense to where we feel like we're more better off. Let me explain it. So it's a motherfucker who makes 70 to 100 grand a year. He's making a lot of money, right? So he feels like he deserves to live in the middle class, well-to-do area. He ain't thinking about the $1 million homes and shit like that. He ain't thinking about that. But he is thinking about those $100,000 homes. He is thinking about that middle class house, the middle class houses where all the decent people stay. He can afford it on paper, right? But now he's in the middle class house. He wants to have a nice middle class car now. So now he trades in his Honda, his Toyota, and he wants to get a Lexus. He wants to get a Mercedes Benz. He wants to get a BMW so he can appear to have nicer things, so he can feel like his money is buying him something nice and luxurious, right? He's being tricked, right? Because there is no value in a material item, none. As long as if I have a Honda, because I have a Honda right now. If I have a Honda, right? Let me show y'all who's more valuable. Real quick before I break that shit down. Let me show y'all who's more valuable. I have a Honda that's paid off, right? No car payments. I own my car. I got the title. I own it. Somebody else has a Mercedes Benz, right? He doesn't own that car. He put down $10,000 and he pays $378 a month. Just say that's a low end, but he's paying about just say 378, $400 a month. Who's better off? The man who doesn't own the Mercedes, but he's paying what? Man, you got to leave me alone, bro. I'm preaching, bro. I see you, but let me preach. Who's better off? The man who doesn't own their car, but he pays $400 plus his insurance. Say now on your insurance on a luxury car like a Mercedes, your insurance is gonna be more money too. So now his insurance, which regularly would be $150, that shit about $350 or just say $250, because he has a Mercedes. It's a higher value car, so the insurance is higher, right? So now he's paying $400 for the car per month and $350 and $250, just say $250 for the insurance. That is $650 he's paying just for that car, just to drive around and look like he's in a higher status. You see how they tricked you out of your reality? And see me, the man like me, who has my pink slip, who owns my car, who doesn't have to make a monthly payment, or if I miss my monthly payment, somebody's coming to take my car from me or put a low jack in it and shut it. I don't have those problems. But do I have a Mercedes? No. But who's better off? The nigga who owns they shit. You're paying $650 a month to look like something. And I paid my car payment. I bought my car up front. And I ain't got a fake or front nothing. That $650 you shelling out every month to drive a Mercedes, that's in my pocket. Do you understand how you've been tricked? You think now you got your money. Oh, I want to live in a nice house. You go buy the condo, and then on the east side, the decent side, and the high or south side. You go to the south side, buy your little nice condo, a little up condo for $3,000. Right? I just told you your car payment you spending $650 on just your car. Now your rent $3,000. Now you're spending $3,650 a month just to look like you're in a better situation. Who's better off? The person who lives within their means, the person who lives, see, it's not about that fucking flex shit no more. We're headed into Mad Max times. In the next 10 years, it'll be Mad Max out here. And it don't matter about being funky fresh, and I ain't talking about clean. I'm talking about the newest clothes, the newest this, the newest that. That shit don't even matter no more. The style game done changed. People mix match designer and shit now. It ain't even no specific way to dress anymore. So for all the people who've been trying to look like they were something, to appear in society, to keep up with the Joneses, so to speak, those people are fucked up out here right now. Those are the people calling you, asking you for $20. Those are the people calling you, asking you for this and that and this, because you were never supposed to live beyond your means. And who are you to say I didn't? I am here to tell you, live within your fucking means. No matter who you are. If you're making $100,000, you don't need to spend half of it on housing. You don't get that? You don't get that? If you're making $100,000 a year, you don't need to spend half of it. I mean, a third of it on a car. You don't get that? We ain't even talking about food. We ain't even talking about none of that yet. Who's better off? Now, let's talk about this. All those people who had those high positions, them high paying positions, right? Oh, let's talk about it. America is humbling. America's running around humbling people right now. That's what America's doing. The $600,000 nigga making he make $250 a year. Them niggas got fired. All the people who had them high paying jobs that really didn't do nothing or mean nothing, them boys got shaved off. And see, people thought they were gonna live a life of pure selfish greed and luxury for the rest of the days. How did y'all think it was gonna keep going like this? How did y'all think it was gonna keep going like this? America runs on a lot. Corruption, a lot. It runs on a lot. America runs on propaganda. America runs on a lot. America runs on slavery. America runs on the backs of us. America runs on our backs. We run America. We run America. We go to work and clock in every day and make the money. We go make the fucking the business. We make the product. Y'all make the chips. You make the building. You make the tiles on the floor. You cut the plywood. You make the fries. You make the burgers. We make this shit run. This shit runs off our backs. Boy, I be numbed up trying to look. I be on the way to that mother trying to drinking coffee, trying to stay jacked up. Let me tell you, this shit is not a joke. Look, it's a fact what you just said. Look, we drinking coffee to stay jacked up, and smoking goddamn cigars to stay mellowed up and cool and calm. Man, this shit fucked up out here, boy. This shit fucked up out here, boy. For real. Nigga drinking coffee to stay jacked up and keep up with this shit, and motherfucking smoking cigars to stay calm to deal with this shit. And that's me. Imagine what all the other people do. Like you said, cigarettes, sugar, energy drinks. That exactly, bro. Salute to you, bro. Exactly, bro. We motherfuckers be doing crack for work. Get the job done, though. Niggas be on drugs, but they get the job done. Coffee is one of the #1 drugs in America. Niggas, this shit get the job done. Drink a cup of this shit before you go in. Boy. This shit serious, boy. This work shit is serious, boy. Man, our ancestors was picking bales of cotton, boy. Boy, this shit is serious, boy. You can't do this shit forever, bro. Salute to you for that super chat, man, while we here, man. Salute to you for that super chat, man. Straight up, man. Can't do this shit forever, man. Let me tell y'all something. Let me put y'all down. Oh, that's Kitty. All right. I heard somebody. All right, so look. Let me put y'all down. You only are in position at your job until the work is done. Once the work is done, or the job is done, the site is closed and this and that, you're no longer needed. So why would we keep putting ourselves in positions where we are totally dependent on somebody for our daily weekly, yearly, monthly survival. Now, me, I love to work, so I'm not talking bad about jobs. What I'm trying to tell the future generation is the things that matter the most are land, growing your food, being able to produce, having something to sell, to produce. That is how you thrive as a people. That is how you thrive. Because it's not about having everything. It's not about being selfish and one stop shop where you don't need nobody else. It ain't about that. It's about providing something to your community and your society and selling it and providing that service to your society. That's what this shit is about. If you provide a service to the world or to the community, you will reap some benefits. Just like my brother, why are we here? He donated me $5 super chat because he felt like, I deserve and have earned some type of payment for my services rendered. So if anybody else feels that way, y'all hit the super chat, man. Like, you can put $1 in there, you could put $10, you could put $100, you could put whatever you want in there. Somebody else hit the super chat, man, straight up. And if you don't want to hit the super chat, hit that $ Cash App, $ Big Bad. Hit that Cash App, $ Big Bad, man, for the services rendered. Because see, what y'all might not understand, you might just be watching me like, oh, this casual, this is whatever. No. Nigga, this said to save and change your life. If you listen to this, it will save and change your life. Because you can't work forever. No matter how good you are. I'm good at what I do, but guess what? Can't do it forever. Nigga, I'm almost 40. How long you think I can do what I do? At 100% full velocity. But see, while you're sitting around and thinking your life is going to be good and forever and time is coming and you keep leaving men and this and that, let's break this shit into the relationship too. If you don't have a partner in the end, a husband, a wife, if you don't have a friend to the end, a partner, a husband, a wife, a friend to the end, somebody who's going to ride and die with you, right? If you don't have that, you can't make it into the future without a husband or a wife, especially in the society we're living in now. You cannot. It is impossible to be able to survive your life and live a good, meaningful life without a husband and a wife. I'm telling you. And I mean a husband and wife, heterosexual husband and wife marriage. That's what I mean. And you can do whatever you want with if you do whatever. If you want to be gay on the way, that's fine. But gay on the way ain't got nothing to do with a marriage and a husband and a wife. Cause I'm watching so many gay people that don't have no good results. Ain't no good results come out of that shit. Be frustration just like every other relationship. There's no perfect bond with this and that. You need that opposite. You need your opposite. You know how, Superman is from Krypton, is from the planet Krypton, right? So that rock, that kryptonite where he's from, that planet where he's from, it breaks him down because that's his vice. But his wife, his woman, Superwoman, saves him every time. It's like, y'all, bro, you need your opposite, your yang, your yin, your yang. This world needs balance. We need balance. And we lost our way. We lost the way trying to be like the one who oppressed you. And the reason why you're trying to be like them is because they kept you away for so long. You want to be part of it now. And look what's going on with Diddy. They let him in that. He was allowed to do that. He got comfortable doing that. He super maxed that. Now look at him. fucking torturing people, doing women wrong. He's in the gang. He's doing, uncountable things, unspeakable things, man, because he wanted to be like them. That wasn't in his nature to do that. It wasn't in his nature to be like that. That's not how men conduct themselves. Men don't drag women. And I'm gonna tell you why he was able to beat her up like that. Because he's a GAY man. He's GAY. He ain't got no love for women. He was only using her pretty self to fulfill a fantasy because he's a GAY man who has weird morbid tendencies. So of course a GAY man's gonna beat up a woman because he don't like a woman. He wants to be a woman. Shit is normal. It's simple psychology. This is nigga who was allowed. He trying to be like the person who oppressed him, and then he ended up being like his oppressor. And now look what happened to him. It's over for this nigga. He ain't got no. It don't matter how much money he got. It don't matter what. They're trying to prosecute him for the games that he was taught to play. This is why I say, in this world, you don't better not do no wrong, because all wrongs you do will come back to harm you. That's why, man, my face is clean my face is one of the cleanest faces out here, bro. Ain't no smut on my name, because I ain't dead. I done been across millions of people, bro. Thousands of people in real life. Millions on the internet. And nobody ain't got nothing. You ain't got nobody's bad to say nothing about me, bro. Because you can't say shit bad about me. There ain't shit you can say about me. Oh, he got a mole on his head. Oh, he got hair like Sideshow Bob. He got curly hair. Man, what the fuck you gonna say? What are you gonna say about me? There's nothing bad you can say about me. I'm a stand-up guy. I take care of my kids, nigga, by myself. I'm a fucking teacher, a homeschool teacher. I'm a preacher. I'm a father. I'm a man. I cook, I clean, I'm organized, I keep my shit straight, nigga. The fuck can you say bad about me? I'm a provider. Always have been. Real stand-up guy, man, So it really ain't nothing nobody could. That's why I come on the internet, bro, because I come clean to y'all. I come clean, nigga. I'm fresh out the shower. What can you say to this? Nothing. This shit is the truth. That's why I love doing this YouTube shit, man, because it's like a lot of people be hiding behind facades, and like even Charleston White. Oh, I'm acting like a stomped down nigga and this and that, whoopty whoop. Man, that nigga so fake, and y'all love that shit, bro. That motherfucker, what's the other dude? 607 Unk. That dude is fake as fuck. He's studying everybody like me. He's niggas studying people like me. And y'all can't even see that shit, bro. Niggas studying, I ain't talking about 607 Unk specifically studies me. I'm saying he studies truther YouTube niggas. Man, these niggas is fake, bro. These niggas is fed. And y'all can't even smell that shit because, 677 Unk, he go. And he do all that dumb shit, and y'all, because people want to laugh more than they want to learn. Niggas want to laugh more than they want to learn. That's why we so fucked up. Y'all seeking pleasure, but not seeking the truth. You better seek the truth and stop seeking the pleasures. Pleasures is everywhere. Don't seek that. Sometimes pleasure comes from a bad thing. Drugs can be pleasurable sometimes, but it's not good. Sex and bad, immoral sex and stuff can feel good, but it's not good. Don't seek pleasure, seek the truth. That's why people be like, "Better, how you be so happy all the time?" Because I don't do more than I'm supposed to. Y'all run around, oh, Christmas time coming around. Oh, Easter time. Oh, it's Mother's Day. Man, who's what? Where? Says who? Fuck is y'all talking about? Y'all getting drug around like, woof. Woof. Man, if I don't buy my girl nothing for Christmas, she'll what? Leave you? She ain't your girl anyway. Y'all better wake up. Man, I can't do that shit. My girl, she gonna think it's not about being cheap either. Cause boy, it's not about that. Every night when I ask my kids what y'all want to eat for dinner, they can have whatever they want. You know why? Because it's not about being cheap. It's about putting your eggs in what basket they deserve to go into. When I'm off and I got free time and I can take my kids wherever I want to take them. You know why? Because I'm not broke for Christmas. You know why I can take my kids anywhere I want to go when I want? Because I'm not broke trying to chase Easter. I'm not broke chasing Hanukkah. I'm not broke chasing Chris. I'm not broke chasing this bullshit. Y'all goddamn chasing the bullshit. That's why y'all so fucked up. It's Easter. It's Thanksgiving. It's Christmas. It's what do. It's what do. When do you ever get a chance? You don't get a chance. You don't even know what's going on. You just going through the motions. Ooh wee. That's why people are suffering so bad. And now it's to the point where people is really waking up from this shit because it's unbelievable. It's like, bro, we can't keep freaking living like this, my nigga. Like, ain't no way. Ain't no way we can keep living like this. It's unsustainable. What y'all want to see? Let me show y'all, man. Let me show y'all how unsustainable this ain't just me talking. I'm gonna show y'all. Man, y'all better. This is the realest channel on YouTube, man. Thank y'all for being here, man. Watch this shit, man. People are out here suffering, bro. And guess what? People like me are not suffering because I'm not living beyond my fucking means. With niggas out here, it's Christmas, it's Hanukkah, it's holidays, it's this, it's that. Nigga, boy, chill. Save your money. Save yourself. Invest in your future. Invest in yourself. Watch this, y'all.
Can I just move in with you? What's it like in Canada? Cold and expensive. It is cold and expensive. It is -10. Gas is $7 a gallon. Oh, but I heard people in Canada are so it's cold and expensive. Oh, but don't you have universal? It is cold and expensive.
One thing that I didn't really consider when moving abroad, I'm English, I live in Canada, specifically Vancouver. Why the fuck are groceries outrageously priced? I've been saying this for the longest time, but like, I can't do this anymore. Like, I actually think I'm just gonna have to stop. $15 for 2 pieces of chicken? I'm sorry. I went to go get a sirloin steak because I'm in my locked-in health era. 1 piece. 1 sirloin. $17 to like $20. Cheers. Can't do this anymore. Like, I want to just keep buying my clothes and all the fun things that I want to do, but instead I have to buy groceries because, like, apparently I need to eat. I'm just gonna Uber Eats every day instead. Is that healthier? Is that more efficient? I don't know.
Hold on, real quick.
Anyway,
This is how
I have to pause that. Salute to this channel too, the TikTok time capsule. Salute to them. Let me. She said Uber Eats. I should do Uber Eats. Groceries are so expensive. Hold on, let me explain to y'all what's going on. They're tricking people out of their realities, man. This girl said groceries are getting so expensive, I might as well just Uber Eats every day and buy Uber Eats. So once again, she got tricked off the farm, right? She's already tricked off the farm. She's tricked off her land already. Now, she's getting tricked at the grocery store. She's being tricked at the kitchen. So she's getting tricked out of another one of her life skill freedoms, cooking, using her hands to prepare her meals. They are wiping y'all clean. You will have no skills and you will be totally, and it's okay that people are in charge and that's not a problem. The man who built the shit, I respect you for building it and I respect you for being in charge. But for us as humans to think forever, with temporary financial situations. You see what I'm saying? About stuff and this and that. And I'm gonna say this, you know, I'm way bigger than everybody. Fucking motherfucker. But I wish people would think right now what they can do to survive. They're not, you know, so, and I've been at my job for a while, so I'm thankful for that. But I'm just saying, nothing lasts forever, man. You know, we gotta wake up for ourselves again, and I don't know what it's gonna take. Because right now it's hard to even obtain land and things like that. All that shit's hard to come by, man. You know, especially when you're on a salary or budget. You know, a little small salary, and it's just hard, man. So let's go. Let's keep playing these videos showing y'all that people are not doing that well, especially in Canada. Canada's hitting hard right now.
How unaffordable it is to live in Canada right now. So I went to engineering school, graduated, and got a great job working in the engineering consulting industry, and I have a good wage. I've saved for a down payment in the last couple of years, and I'm ready to buy property, which is super exciting. But what that took was hustling my ass in the evenings, building my social media. Like, is that the standard? Do you have to work 2 jobs and be poly to survive in this economy? Because that works for me. But I don't know if everyone wants that.
Hold on. Back that, you know, I don't care about no sexuality. Did you hear what he said? He said he had to join another man. Did y'all hear that? He said his bills were so high with his current partner that they had to bring in a third partner to join. Do y'all understand what that is? People are selling out just to live in areas. It is so messed up. You got women. Let's go there. Let's go. You got women my live just got restarted because I'm spitting that real game. I'm about to get up off here too, y'all. Because I'm myself in harm's way or speak against anybody. I'm not speaking against anybody. My nigga Jeff Bezos said, "Thank you, workers, and thank you, people who bought the packages. You made me enough money that I paid and built a rocket to go outer space." That's what Jeff Bezos said, from Amazon, and who worked and sent and shipped all the packages at Amazon. Thank y'all. So let's get this straight. Y'all remember he would just do massive layoffs? Remember Jeff Bezos would do massive layoffs at the Amazon after they made millions of dollars in them traps. They built them warehouse traps, ship a bunch of packages, do some logistics out of it, back and forth, make ordering packages like they used to. We're gonna shut this whole plant down. 20,000 people out of it. Those 20,000 people, I hope y'all are listening to me. Those 20,000 people at that warehouse, they're the ones who made the millions of dollars. She's the team members, all of them. They're the ones who made the millions of dollars for Amazon. And they made them hundreds of millions of dollars last year. The last years cut it off. And guess who suffers now? The nigga, the assistant, the manager who's been working there for 10 years, and he helped make them hundreds of millions of dollars. He's got no job now. See, this shit it's really messed up. It's really messed up. It's like it's not a system that's designed for our survival. It's a system that's designed to, like, I'm gonna open up me a trap spot. I'm gonna trap it out, make millions of dollars, and then I'm gonna shut the trap down, and everybody gotta just figure it out. That's crazy. At least I'm about to say something so pivotal. At least Slaves during the slavery days, when they left the job, they got freedom papers. When you leave your job, you get a watch. You get some flowers, some chocolate. You get a pizza party. Did you hear what I said? Slaves, when they left their job, they got something. They got freedom papers. When you leave your job, you're a project manager at your company, big company. You've been there forever. Project manager. Oh, this project, we no longer need this project anymore. You did wonderful. This company's moving forward, and we're gonna move forward without you. Fuck. That's what they say, right? That's what they say, right? Yeah, we're gonna move forward. We're gonna move forward without you, right? All that you helped make them make to move forward, you're not gonna get no severance package, my brother. Unless you invested 401k, invested in some retirement, invested in some savings or something like that, you ain't getting no money. Then you gotta go start over again. Y'all have to understand, this is not a system that's designed for you to win. There is no, see, back in the day, you could work one job and work it for 30 years and then you retire. That was something that was a thing back in the days. Like, you could work a job, warehouse job back in the day, mill, the plant, whatever fuck. And after your 20 years, 30 years, 25 years, you get a big severance retirement package. And then that means you could sit down and invest it or buy you a house, and now you can sit down and retire. But can you do that nowadays? I just wish, man, I ain't trying to convince nobody. Working is wonderful. You got to work. You have to work. Like, I love working, because if you don't work, you don't build character and shit like that. If you don't work, you don't get ethic. If you don't work, you don't get the know-how and the insider view on shit. You know what I mean? So you gotta work, but you always have to be working for and towards a goal. You know what I mean? Every company has goals. They say, well, we want to get 25% profit this month. Last month we did 16. We want to boost it to 25%. What can we do to get it to 25%? They're always thinking about the goal. You need to have a goal as well. Because if you don't have a goal, you're just basically being used to make somebody millions of dollars. And once you're done being used, or you're not usable in the right way, you're going to be discarded. That's how this shit works. It's like the pimp game. It's like the drug game. The stripper game. Like, when you're a stripper and you're nice and sexy and you look good, everybody wants you on the pole. Everybody wants you on the stage. But after 15 years, you done worked at the strip club. You done been stabbed. You done been poked. You done shot. A lot of things done happen to you. You done been in a bunch of fights. You're rough. You're seasoned. You're 10 years down the line. You don't look as good, right? You don't look as good. Now, I'm not saying you don't look good, but you don't look as good as you did 10 years ago when you came in. You're not gonna be wanted as much. So you get what I'm saying, y'all, man. You're only being used to be you're only being used to be a means to an end. So put yourself in positions to where you're learning from when you're learning from what you're going through, developing and trying to apply it. Cause it's not about, always, actually for me, I'm ambitious. I don't like to just be stagnant, I like advancement. I like growth. I like change. I like change a lot. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. I had to say this, man, because I wanted to go deep into the relationship side of it, but I ain't got time tonight. Better get my ass in there. It's getting late. Turn this off. But yeah, it's I got this, you know, we got tricked out of our position, man. And it is what it is, man. A lot of people know and they don't care. A lot of people care but don't know, you know. So at the end of the day, man. At the end of the day, man, I just pray some my words were heartfelt for somebody and y'all took something from it, man. God bless y'all. I appreciate y'all so much for tuning in. Come on, Shadow, you gotta go. Or Smokey, I'm sorry, Smokey. But yeah, thank y'all so much for tuning in, man. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit the subscribe button, man. Thank you for while we're here for the donation. Thank y'all for y'all support. Thank y'all for watching. God bless y'all for real, man. Let's do it. Have a good night.